Hello, R.S.Randall here with, hey, what is this? A guitar? My goodness, my goodness. This is one I spent a really long time on. I'm particularly fond of this Regal body style. This is the same body style they used on the Maybell guitars. Or some of the Maybell guitars, the ones that are Regal made, I think, at least, or at least popular consensus points to them being made by Regal. This one is unbranded when I got it, but all the trademark sort of things are there in the way the finish looks is applied, materials used, the bracing pattern inside, all that kind of stuff makes me relatively confident that it's a Regal made instrument. But the thing that really stands out about it is this wonderful decal. This is one of my absolute favorite decals that they ever put on guitars, and I think you see these on Stromberg Voisinette instruments too, and I don't know, maybe Oscar Schmidt. My feeling is probably these decals were, you know, purchased by a lot of the guitar makers, or at least it seems to be that way. This has really, really beautiful multicolored wood purfling around the top and the sound hole here, unbound back, birch back and sides, poplar neck, all very typical, this sort of thing. Probably, I don't know, some sort of hardwood for this bridge that's been painted. I did a lot to this guitar. I did the sort of rebuilds that I've started doing, which are, they don't go as far as ripping all the old original braces out and just putting, you know, Martin X braces in there. But rather what I do is I take the backs off of these guitars. I took the back off of this one, and leave the braces in place, because I think these are excellent sounding guitars. I have examples that I've done very minimal additions to, and those are incredible sounding guitars, so I don't want to mess up what makes these guitars so special, but I do want to make them a bit more stable for modern, you know, string gauges, and just to be a reliable guitar over time, because these are sort of way underbuilt. These guitars have a tendency to collapse in on themselves. So I added 2 braces by the sound hole, because that's a real failure point in these, and I added a sort of V-shaped brace that goes, you know, below here. I'll put a picture of what that all looks like up there. This one had a very thick bridge plate, so I also opted to thin that bridge plate down a bit, and those bridge plates are made of spruce, so I topped it with a veneer of, I think, probably maple, just to make it so the ball ends of the strings wouldn't cut in so bad. I removed the old fretboard and inlaid carbon fiber into the poplar neck, which helps stabilize these a great deal. These poplar necks really like to bend over time and sort of stay bent. So that was all flattened. New fretboard that has a 12-foot radius. I think that's right, 12 foot. But it has a radius. It's a radius fretboard, and new modern frets, pearl inlays. These had I've talked about this before, but these had dyed fingerboards. of various types. I forget exactly what this one was. I have it somewhere in here because I can't help but keep the old ones. But I replaced this with a bird's eye maple fretboard, which is much more stable, and it's been just gel dyed, so it won't be a dye that ends up hurting the wood over time and making it disintegrate like those old fretboards do. New bone nut, and beyond that, neck reset, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think, if I remember right, yeah, these are the original tuners, and they work really, really well, so I opted not to change them. Now, one of the really exceptional things about this guitar, and something that gives it this very open, warm, fuzzy, almost mysterious kind of sound, is this guitar is under 3 pounds. It's an incredibly light guitar. I love these guitars. Like I have a whole bunch in this body style, and I just think they're super great. I've been living with this one for the last, I don't know, few months at least, and been playing it a lot, and I find it's just an absolute pleasure. I think these are really wonderful, wonderful instruments. Hi, Tootie. So here's this remnant of the jazz age. I'd say this is probably a late 20s, early 30s guitar, but that's been adjusted just enough, Tootie, to make it a functional, contemporary-ish feeling instrument. It's got a great big neck. I opted not to cut it down at all from what it was. Just because I think it feels quite good. It's big, but it still takes a capo. Just got to really open it up. Oh yeah, it takes it just fine. And you can play capoed. This one's just such a joy. I like it a lot. This guitar comes with a hard case because I wouldn't, you know, it's got to have a hard case. I did put a little label inside of this because it was completely unbranded and labeled, and so I did my own little version of the Regal label and put that revised and adjusted by yours truly, which is a sticker. I have a Alhambra made classical guitar that I bought at the Ramirez shop when I was in right out of college in Madrid, and I thought I was buying a Ramirez guitar, but the label inside said Ramirez, but it was made by somebody else and revised and adjusted by Casa Ramirez, which I found out later. I still have that guitar, and it's a wonderful guitar. But I digress. This guitar is a really wonderful guitar, a really special thing, something that balances quite well with a singing voice, I think. It's got 24-inch scale, just plus, maybe more like 24 and an eighth inch scale. So if you have smaller hands, even despite the sort of thick neck here, I think be a very comfortable guitar to play. And fits in your body so nicely, especially since it's so light and dry. Vibrates all over you. Just an exceptional one. So go ahead, I'm gonna put it up on my Reverb, and you can check it out there. There'll be links in the description that can send you over there or to my website and check out this guitar or all the other stuff I have up there, or all the stuff I got going on at rsrandall.com.